Have you ever found yourself longing for a quiet moment alone? Perhaps the excitement of a big party or a lively gathering just doesn't feel the same as it used to. If you're quietly nodding right now, know that you're not the only one. As we move into our 60s and beyond, many of us begin to seek out more solitude. But this desire doesn't come from loneliness. Quite the opposite. It often comes from a deeper sense of peace. Those still, quiet moments feel like a gift. They give us space to reconnect with ourselves. They help us tune in to our own thoughts. And in that stillness, we begin to rediscover what truly matters to us. Today, let's take a gentle walk through this beautiful shift. Is this longing for solitude simply a natural part of aging? Or could it be something more, a quiet rediscovery of who we really are beneath the noise? Let's explore this together with open hearts. Let's see where the reflection leads. When we were younger, life often felt like a whirlwind of connection. We thrived on parties, we thrived on friendships, we thrived on the buzz of social circles. Every weekend brought a new opportunity to meet people. We shared stories, we built memories. But as time passes, something shifts. Those big gatherings, once so thrilling, might now feel overwhelming. Small talk can drain us. We might find ourselves yearning for a quiet evening with a book. Or we might yearn for a peaceful walk instead. This change isn't about withdrawing from the world, it's about tuning into a new rhythm. Around 35% of people over 60 choose to live alone. For many, this choice brings not loneliness, but a profound sense of calm. Solitude becomes a space to breathe. It allows us to let go of the need to perform. It allows us to let go of the need to please others. It's as if life is gently nudging us to prioritize our own company. It helps us find joy in the simplicity of being. If you felt this pull toward quieter moments, take heart. It's not a sign that something's wrong, it's a sign that you're listening to what your soul needs now. There's a difference between solitude and isolation. The world sometimes confuses the two. Solitude isn't about shutting others out. It's not about turning away from love. It's about creating space to recharge. It's about listening to the quiet whispers of your own heart. In a society that celebrates constant connection, choosing solitude can feel radical. It can even feel misunderstood. But after 60, many of us realize that happiness doesn't always come from being surrounded by others. It comes from being at peace with ourselves. Think about it. Life has been full of noise. Years spent raising families have filled our days with chatter and demands. Years spent navigating careers have filled our days with chatter and demands. Years spent tending to relationships have filled our days with chatter and demands. Now, as responsibilities lighten, there's room to pause. Perhaps the kids have grown. Perhaps work has slowed. Solitude becomes a sanctuary. It's a place to face ourselves without the expectations of the world. It's where we can ask, who am I now? It's where we can ask, what do I want from this chapter of life? This stillness isn't empty, it's rich with possibility. It's a chance to rediscover passions we set aside. It's a chance to savor small joys like the warmth of morning sunlight. It's a chance to savor the rhythm of our own thoughts. Solitude in its truest form is an act of self-love. As we age, our perspective on relationships evolves. In our youth, we might have measured our worth by the size of our social circle, or we measured it by the number of invitations we received. But now something deeper calls us. We begin to value quality over quantity. We seek connections that feel authentic. We seek connections that feel meaningful. This shift can feel liberating. No longer do we feel the need to fill our days with casual conversations. No longer do we feel the need to maintain relationships that exist out of habit. Instead, we cherish the people who truly see us. These are the family members who share our laughter. These are the friends who listen without judgment. These are the connections that nourish us. They remind us we're never truly alone, even when we choose solitude. For some, this change means letting go of relationships that no longer serve us. Maybe you've walked away from friendships that felt one-sided. Maybe you've walked away from friendships that felt draining. That's not loss, it's growth. It's a sign you're learning to honor your energy. It's a sign you're learning to surround yourself with love that feels reciprocal. In those quiet moments alone, you might find that your love for others grows deeper. This is because it's rooted in a stronger love for yourself. One of the most beautiful gifts of aging is the chance to rediscover who we are. After years of living for others, we finally have space to live for ourselves. This includes years of raising children. It includes years of supporting partners. It includes years of meeting society's expectations. Solitude becomes the canvas where we paint this new chapter. In those quiet moments, we might reconnect with passions we'd forgotten. Maybe you pick up a paintbrush for the first time in decades, or you start writing the stories you've carried in your heart. Maybe you find joy in simple rituals. This could be tending a garden. This could be meditating. This could be taking long walks where the world feels alive and vibrant. These aren't just hobbies, they're expressions of a life lived authentically. Solitude also invites us to reflect on our journey. The hurts shape the person we are today. The losses shape the person we are today. The triumphs shape the person we are today. In reflecting, we often find a new perspective. The relationships that didn't work out taught us resilience. The people who came and went taught us resilience. They showed us that we don't need others to feel complete. We are enough, just as we are. This rediscovery isn't about erasing the past. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about embracing the present. It's about finding meaning in the small, sacred moments that make life beautiful. Society often tells us that happiness looks like a crowded room. It looks like a busy calendar. It looks like a life filled with constant connection. But as we grow older, we see through this illusion. We realize that true contentment doesn't come from meeting others' expectations. It comes from honoring our own. This is where solitude becomes a quiet rebellion. By choosing to step away from the noise, we reclaim our freedom. We no longer worry about pleasing everyone. We no longer worry about fitting into a mold that never felt right. Instead, we create a life that feels comfortable. We create a life that feels peaceful. We create a life that feels true. For some, this shift might stir feelings of loneliness at first. That's okay. It's part of the journey. But what you might find, as I have, is that solitude transforms loneliness into liberation. It's a space to learn how to love yourself more deeply. It's a space to cherish the person you've become. When you're at peace with yourself, the world's judgments lose their power. So, is craving solitude after 60 a part of the aging process? I believe it's both a natural evolution and a profound opportunity. As life quiets down, we're given the chance to rediscover ourselves. We live with intention. We find joy in the stillness. This isn't about turning away from the world. It's about turning inward, with love and curiosity, to meet the person we've become. Each stage of life brings its own lessons. Perhaps the greatest lesson of this chapter is learning to love and respect ourselves. When we no longer depend on others' validation, we find a freedom that's unlike anything else. When we no longer feel the need to prove who we are, we truly live. Solitude isn't something to fear. It's a rebirth. It's a chance to live fully, authentically, and joyfully. If this resonates with you, I'd love for you to join our community. Hit that subscribe button. This way, we can keep exploring life's beautiful changes together. Before you go, share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you found yourself craving solitude as you've grown older? What does it mean to you? Your story might just inspire someone else. Here's to embracing the quiet moments. Here's to rediscovering ourselves. Here's to living a life that feels like home. Until next time, take care. Know that you're never alone in this journey.